Hi there, my name is Bizzie, and I'm in the Huron County Public Library, and I'm going to tell you some scary stories. Maybe we'll start with one we can do together, okay? So, it's going on a ghost hunt, which is really a lot like, going on a bear hunt, or going on a monster hunt, or I don't know, going on a mom hunt, where we have to get ready, we have to repeat what I say, and we have to tell a part together. So here's how we do it. First, we get our equipment. We take our backpack, put it on our lap, unzip it, reach into the bottom where all the good stuff is floating around, and get your flashlight. Flick it on, make sure it works. Okay, we don't need anything more from the backpack, so we'll put that away. Now, the part you repeat, of course, is going on a ghost hunt. I say, we're going on a ghost hunt, and you say, we're going on a ghost hunt. Only you sound like you, not like me. But there is a part where we say it together. We say, we are not afraid. And you can say that with authority. That means, say it like you mean it. We are not afraid. You can even cross your arms and shout if you want. We are not afraid. Are you ready? Just like with a bear hunt, we have to start by going out the door. Open the door, close it. Put your feet in the road. Going on a ghost hunt. Gonna catch a big one. Got a starry night. The moon is bright. We got our flashlight. And we are not afraid. Going on a ghost hunt. Gonna catch a big one. A starry night, the moon is bright, and we are not afraid. Uh-oh, what do I see? I see a muddy, mushy swamp. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. We'll have to go through it. Ready? Mush, squish, mud, squish, mush. Going on a ghost hunt. Gonna catch a big one. Starry night, the moon is bright. We got our flashlights, and we are not afraid. Uh-oh, what do I see? I see a rustling, rattling cornfield. Can't go over it, and we can't go under it. We'll have to go through it. Rustle, rattle, rustle, rattle, rustle, rattle. Whew, glad that's done. Going on a ghost hunt. Gonna catch a big one. We got a starry night. The moon is bright. We got our flashlight, and we are not afraid. Uh-oh, what do I see? I see a swishy, fishy river. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. We're going to have to swim for it. Cannonballs! Swim, doggy paddle, backstroke, Australian crawl, whatever that is. Whew, glad that's over. Going on a ghost hunt. Gonna catch a big one. Got a starry night, The moon is bright. We got our flashlight. And we are not afraid. Uh-oh. What do I see? I see a wild, windy woods. There's probably stuff in there like, bears? Boogeymen. Monsters. We better tiptoe, 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 tiptoe through the woods. Oh, look, a big tree. Climb the tree. Look up ahead. What do you see? What? It's the graveyard. Jump down. Go to the graveyard. Open the gate. We better tiptoe again. Going on a ghost hunt. Gonna catch a big one. It's a starry night. The moon is bright. We're not afraid. Ooh, ooh. What's that? It's a ghost! Run! Everybody run! Tiptoe through the woods. Run! Run! Jump in the water. Swim, swim, swim. Fast, fast. Go through the cornfield. Go through the swamp. Open the door. Run up the stairs. Jump in bed. Pull the covers over your head. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. Let's go on a ghost hunt again tomorrow, okay? For now, I've had enough ghosts. Let's move on to another story. It's called Eat Pete. Pete was playing in his room, laying on the floor, pushing these cars all around, when the monster came to his window. Pete looked up and said, "Hi, want to play cars?" Well, the monster didn't really want to play cars. The monster wanted to eat Pete. But he'd never played cars before. So they had some races, and then they played parking lot. They lined all the cars up real nice, and then they had some monumental crashes. It was fun. And Pete said, "That was good. Now, you want to play some blocks?" Well, the monster, he didn't really want to play blocks. What he really wanted was to eat Pete. But he'd never built anything with a block before. So they built a castle. And then they built a big high tower and knocked it down. And then they did it again. They built 2 towers and knocked them down. It was so fun. But Pete said, "Want to be a pirate? We could play pirates." Well, a monster really didn't want to play pirates. He really wanted to eat Pete. But he'd never played pirates before. So Pete gave him a pirate hat, and they dug for buried treasure. And then they took turns walking the plank. And then they were swashbucklers with swords. And they were having a good time. And Pete said, "Hey, I think we ought to be superheroes. Want to be superheroes?" Well, the monster really didn't want to be a superhero. He wanted to eat Pete. So he did. He opened his big monster mouth, and he ate Pete. And then he looked around the room. He put on his pirate hat. Then he picked up a couple blocks. Then he lay on the floor, flicked the wheels on Pete's car. And then he started to think, maybe I shouldn't have eaten Pete. Maybe I should never have eaten Pete. So he stood up and he spit him out. And there was Pete, monster slobber all over his hair and his clothes. And he jumped up on his feet and he put his finger in the monster's face and said, "That was not nice at all." And the monster looked kind of sheepish and he took a towel and wiped the slobber off Pete's hair and off Pete's shoulders. And Pete said, "Well, want to play superheroes? We can play superheroes." Well, the monster really didn't want to play superheroes. He wanted to hug Pete. So he did. Now, I'd like to share one more story with you. And it's about an old lady. Oh, older than me. Lots older than me. Really old lady who lived by herself on a really small farm in the woods. Now, nobody had actually farmed there for a long time. She had a little vegetable garden, and that's how she got by. She planted some vegetables, and that's what she had for supper. But it was end of the garden now, and there was nothing out there to eat. She went out in the garden hoping to find maybe one, maybe 2 potatoes left so that she would have something for supper. And she only found the tiniest little potato. It was just about that big. And it was really hardly looked like a potato, but she thought it was. So she took it in the house and she went to wash it up. And she discovered it wasn't a potato at all. It was a toe. A toe. It had a long, sharp nail on it, and it was really hairy. She said, "That's a hairy toe." And she put it in a jar and put it up on the cupboard. And she said to herself, "I guess I'll have to be really hungry before I'll eat a hairy toe." And she said, "I'll just have to make do with whatever's left in the cupboard." And she found a little bit of porridge left. She had that and went to bed. And as soon as she got into bed, her head hit that pillow and she started feeling the sleepy come on her. But she also heard the wind pick up. And on the wind, she heard, "I want my hairy toe." She sat up in bed. She said, "What did I hear?" And it blew again. "I want my hairy toe." Hairy toe? I had the hairy toe. Oh no. She pulled the covers up closer to her neck, and she sat there shivering a little bit, and the wind blew louder. "I want my hairy toe." And it sounded like it was on her porch. Oh no, it's closer now. And then she heard, "I want my hairy toe." It was in the house. She pulled the cover up over her head and shivered there. And then she heard, "I want my hairy toe." And she said, "He's standing right next to me. It's standing really close." And then she heard, "I want my hairy toe. Give it to me." Did it scare you? That's called a jump tale, or it makes you jump in the end. So I hope you enjoyed it. Come to the library, find some scary stories to tell to your friends.